A nearly decade-old city program aimed at solving Hawaii's housing shortage. It's falling short of original expectations.
In this exclusive report, Island News' Dwayne Shimogawa finds out why and what could be done to help this ambitious program succeed.
There's some more down there.
Marlo Corrales works two jobs, one as a bellman and another as a parking attendant in Waikiki. His wife Florence also works in Waikiki as a housekeeper. Their hard work has paid off. They were able to purchase their first home in the Aliamanu area of Honolulu in 2016. About 5 years later, tragedy struck. An electrical malfunction burnt their home down to the ground. The couple wants to rebuild and include an accessory dwelling unit, or ADU, on the property, but those plans have ground to a screeching halt. Corrales and his family have now been waiting nearly 2 years to rebuild their home, which would have included an ADU. It's a story that's all too familiar and unfortunate here on Oahu. They hope change is coming their way very soon.
It's very frustrating, sad, and depressing on my part. I'm paying my mortgage, rent, and also I'm supporting my daughter in the mainland. Paying for college, and also like the cost of living here in Hawaii. It's not a joke. It's it's very high.
The Corraleses have moved 4 times since their house burnt down, and they spend about $5,000 per month on mortgage and rent payments. They're among the many residents who are forced to wait prolonged periods for building permits. In their case, it's not only an ADU permit, which was denied because of the lack of sewer capacity in the area, but also a permit to rebuild their entire home. The ADU program during the past 8 years only produced about 1,000 units, drastically falling short of its original expectation of up to 20,000 units.
Just to get a little, money from rentals, just to make it a little bit for a living. It will helps me a lot from paying my daughter's tuition and the cost of living here in Hawaii.
The ADU program officially started in 2015 under then-Mayor Kirk Caldwell. These units were to be used for long-term rentals with the intent of alleviating Oahu's severe affordable housing shortage. Owners who build an ADU must file paperwork with the state promising that they will not rent the unit for less than 6 months and that it won't be used as a short-term vacation rental. Caldwell still believes in the program, but realizes that success has been tough to come by.
There's no one single silver bullet, but I can promise you that if this program was really ramped up and incentivized even more, you could make a tremendous dent in the housing demands of this island.
Dawn Takeuchi Apuna, director of the city's Department of Planning and Permitting, tells Island News that the program got off to a slow start. So the city offered homeowners incentives, including waiving building permit, grading, and inspection fees, as well as wastewater facility charges. The incentives could potentially save a homeowner $10,000 in fees. The city has received a little more than 2,100 ADU applications since the ordinance was adopted in September 2015 and has issued 1,459 permits. Of that total, 1,020 permits have been closed, meaning construction has been completed. Besides the lack of sewer capacity, which accounts for 20% of permit application rejections annually, and the overall cost, which could top $250,000 per unit, contractors Island News spoke with say there's yet another obstacle in the way of ADUs being built on Oahu: contractor availability.
What I've been seeing is some of the projects have been approved at the same time, and because contractor has limited resources, limited manpower, if the 3 of them are approved at the same time, it's really hard to schedule the 3 projects on the same for the same contractor.
For Corrales, it's also a waiting game. He's been told his sewer capacity issue on his street does not have a time frame for an upgrade that could lead him to building an ADU.
It's very tough for me and my family, And I don't know if this administration is really doing their job for helping their own people.
The bottom line is about affordability, helping people who were born here continue to live here and thrive here in our incredible neighborhoods, close to family, not having to travel great distances, not having to leave the state, but having a place to rent and still have money on the table to feed their families and celebrate life.
Reporting from Aliyah Manu, Dwayne Shimogawa, Island News.